Boys Papier. Boys Papier.
Welcome back to another episode of Bars by BA, and I am BA. This your first time hanging out with us, your first time checking out the channel, and you're interested in positive, uplifting content that will help you grow as a person, then please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, man. We put out fresh videos, man, all the time on the regular, all right? For those of y'all who've been rocking with me, man, thank you so much. I'd like to give a special shout out to my new subscribers, man. I seen we had some folks subscribe yesterday, last week, today, man. So look, thank y'all so much, man. We climbing. Let's go. So real quick, I want y'all to think about the best neighbor that you ever had in your life. I don't know, whatever they did that made them qualify as the best neighbor you ever had. And now I want y'all to think about the worst neighbor you ever had in your life. That's a little easy to remember the worst ones, right? All right, now I want you to think about the best neighbor and the worst neighbor, because today the thought we're gonna come from is for my neighbor, for my neighbor. And the text we're gonna come from is Joshua chapter 1, and that's verses 13 through 16. That's Joshua chapter 1, verses 13 through 16. And for my neighbor, it really means to be for the people that you're around, to be for the people that are around you, not just your family member, not just your friends, but people on earth. And dealing with this pandemic, dealing with COVID-19, a lot of folks are spending a little bit more time around their neighbors because they're really not going anywhere. But the thing is that we have to look out for our neighbors, and that's sometimes people that we don't know. Okay, so in the text we have Joshua. He's having a conversation with the men, and he's telling them, look, man, Moses promised you all this land that you're in. You're comfortable. Your women and your children, they're safe. However, your brothers, they're not safe. Your brothers, they still need some help. And we need you to go fight with your brothers. And once your brothers have what you have, then you can go back home and chill with your family. Oh man. Bar number one is, it's not always about you. Ooh, let me get in close. It's not always about you. Man, we live in a day and time, man, where we live with some selfish people. And we have some selfish ways, me included. But the thing is that we have to realize it's not always about us. So in the text, Joshua tells them, look, I need y'all to go fight with y'all's brothers, and then y'all come back and chill. They had already had it made. They had already had it good. Their wives and their children, they were all taken care of. But yet and still, they had to go out and fight for their brother, man. Man, that's crazy. There was this Facebook story a while back. Now, I know, you said Facebook story, you don't even have social media. That's correct. But I hear of stories, okay? And then I check the facts to make sure that they're true. So there's this story of a husband and wife. They had a pool float, and they left the pool float in the front yard. And the wife was telling the husband, look, you need to pick that pool float up. And he was like, no, you need to pick it up. So they were going back and forth on Facebook. And the people in the neighborhood saw that they were going back and forth for about a week and a half over who was going to remove the pool float. So one of the neighbors, he took the pool float and he threw it in the trash. And then he took a picture and he sent them both a message. And the caption that the message said was, I took care of that for you. That had nothing to do with him. The pool float had nothing to do with him. However, he stepped in and he took care of some stuff that had nothing to do with him. So he realized that, look, sometimes it's not always about you. Sometimes it's not always what you're going through, okay? So in the text, it says that Joshua tells the men, look, go and fight for your brothers. Go and fight for their families, man. Look, I don't know where you are today, man, but look, you gotta fight. Not just for yourself, but you gotta fight for others. Not just for your friends, but you gotta fight sometimes for total strangers, man. Sometimes you gotta fight for total strangers, which brings me to bar number two. Bar number two is real easy and real simple. Bar number two is learn how to care about other people. I'm talking to you. Learn how to care about other people, man. And during this time, man, during this time of, quote, we're all together, man, I get that we're all together, but look, that's not true. We're not all together, man, because the thing is that people click up and people care about who they care about. So the all together, that's not true, man. So look, the thing is, we gotta learn how to care about other people. We gotta learn how to care about folks that can't even do nothing for us, man. Matter of fact, a few weeks ago, I went to the store and I bought some pancake mix. It was 3 boxes of pancake mix left. Ain't your mama pancake mix. And I was saying to myself, man, I'm about to get all 3 of these, man. You know, it's hard to come by certain stuff nowadays. But the Spirit told me, the Spirit said, man, look, don't be greedy. Get 2 and leave 1. So what I do? I got 2 and I left 1. Why? Because somebody else's family gotta eat. Because somebody else's kids gotta eat. because somebody else's wife's got to eat, all right? The thing is, we can't just get caught up in what we doing. We got to care about other people, man. We got to look out for other people. So in the text, Joshua is telling them, look, we need y'all to help your brothers out. And then once your brothers have what you have, then you can go back and rest. Man, I don't know where you are, but you need some rest. But there's some folks around you that need some rest too, and they need your help. Matter of fact, man, I used to work at Babies R Us. That's a baby store. They closed maybe a couple years ago. I used to work there, man, and I never forget one time I was in the back stocking the shelves. And they called me to the front. They said, Alan, to the front. That's my middle name is Alan. So I went up to the front. I said, hey, what's going on? I kid you not. It was this man, an elderly man, kind of heavy set man, sitting in a wheelchair. They put him to the side. They said, hey, his wheelchair, the battery on it died, and we wanted to know if you would push him to his van, out the store into the van. So I'm like, I'm still young at this time. I'm like, I don't know him. But, you know, I said, hey, no problem, man. So I pushed this man. And let me tell you, I pushed him. It was no power, no battery. It was all manual, okay? I pushed him down the ramp, then I pushed him into the van, and then they was like, oh, thank you so much. I was like, cool, no problem. Moral of the story, we got to learn how to care about other people. That person wasn't in my family. I've never seen that person again. But as people of God, we got to learn how to care about other people. And the reason why in the text I'm saying learn is because they didn't go back on their own and fight for their brothers. Joshua had to tell them, hey, this is what you do. He had to hit them with that Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. Look, Joshua had to tell them, look, fight for your brother, then you go back and chill, all right? And then bar number 3 is sacrifice is non-negotiable. Ooh, that's good. Sacrifice is non-negotiable, man. Look, anytime that you're gonna sacrifice something, you don't have time to think about it. It's not, oh, I'll do this if you do that. No, sacrifice is non-negotiable. And in the text, they said, look, Joshua, wherever you send us, we'll go. Because we believe in you. We're gonna make the sacrifice to help other people out, man. I don't know where you are, but you gotta make a sacrifice right now. Not just for yourself, but for some people that you may not even know, for some people you may not even see again in life. But the thing is that you gotta sacrifice. I never forget, my daughter, I do believe she was like maybe 1 year old, and I put in a jogging stroller, and we were about to go walking. I wasn't really doing no jogging. We was about to go walking with the jogging stroller, and it was this big old dog. It was huge. I had just strapped her in. It was a big old dog. It didn't have his owner, no nothing, no leash, no nothing. And this dog was coming toward my daughter. So what did I do? Sacrifice. Remember, sacrifice is non-negotiable. I picked the stroller up, put my daughter over my head, and I waited for the dog to bite me. I picked the stroller up with my daughter in it. I put it over my head, and I waited for the dog to bite me. Now, luckily, the dog just walked right past me. But the moral of the story is that I didn't have time to think about and process and say, oh, what should I do? Look, when you sacrificing, those of y'all who are out there on the front lines, man, those healthcare workers, those nurses, those doctors, all those people, man, those truck drivers, those delivery drivers, those grocery clerks. Look, man, all them people, they're making sacrifice. For you, for me, for everybody, man, for their families. So look, sacrifice is non-negotiable, all right? And the goal bar for today is real easy, man. People need what you have. People need what you have, man, for your neighbor, all right? So look, on this week, man, my challenge is to help somebody out that you don't know. Help somebody out that you've never seen before. Help somebody out that you'll probably never see again, all right? So look, we out here, man. Share, like, share, subscribe, man. We out. Be true to God and be true to yourself. I'm out.